policies and ensure that this does not recur again. And number two, I hope you are going to make the necessary journal entries in 2024-2025 financial year to rectify this anomaly. And the auditor, you will come back to us to advise us on these journal entries. So, honorable members, I believe now at that point we can proceed. But before we do that, Senator Hamida, please put yourself on record.
Thank you, Chair. Welcome, Excellency. Good to see you. My name is Senator Hamida Kibwana, member of this committee. My apologies, I was doing my exams. Thank you.
Okay. So, honorable members, let's proceed to the query on unaccounted for domestic travel and subsistency.
Thank you, Chair. The statement of financial performance for the year ended 30th June 2024 reflects use of goods and services amount of 28,068,595, which includes domestic travel and subsistence amount of 9,740,600, as disclosed in Note 12 to the financial statements. Review of records provided revealed the following anomalies. 1. The city does not make use of the recommended imprest system to issue employees with per diems for travel and subsistence allowance. Instead, the various officers raised claims for reimbursements after they travel. This is contrary to Regulation 93(1) of the Public Finance Management County Government's Regulations of 2015. Number 2, amounts of 280,000, 203,000 and 700,000 were paid to staff from the Nakuru County Executive, Kenya Commercial Bank Limited, and Nakuru County Mobilization Imprest account, respectively. However, the amounts were not supported with imprest warrants, list of beneficiaries for the amount paid to the bank and the Nakuru County Mobilization, amount of imprest issued per officer, and why the payments were made to Nakuru County staff and the bank. The various imprests or advances to the staff were not recorded in the imprest register or in the imprest warrants, and the surrender of the imprests were not provided for audit verification. This is contrary to Section 93(4)(c) of the Public Finance Management County Government's Regulations of 2015. Number 3, the expenditure of 9,740,600 was not supported by way of daily attendance registers, work tickets, programs, and back to office reports where applicable. Consequently, the propriety of the domestic travel and subsistence amount of 9,740,600 could not be confirmed. Thank you, Chair.
Very well. Governor, your response.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Chair, Nakuru City Board follows the recommended imprest system. However, staff members often request their per diem payment immediately after completing their work assignments. On Chair, Nakuru City Board did not pay an imprest, but made a contribution to the Nakuru County Mobilization Imprest account towards the valuation of the county assets to which the City Board of Nakuru is a beneficiary. This is supported by the authority letter attached, that's Appendix 4.2 and Appendix 4.2.1, which is the payment voucher, KCP. Honorable Chair, the Nakuru City Board maintains an imprest register, and staff members request payment of their per diems upon returning from their work assignments. The payment vouchers were presented and approved during the audit process. Sample of payment vouchers have since been availed to the auditor for further verification. Appendix 4.4.4.
Auditor, your comments on the response?
Thank you, Chair. We received the response and verified the documentation provided. Chair, only query number 1 remains outstanding, and therefore the issue is partially addressed. Thank you, Chair.
But one which is on the issue of the policy.
Yes, Chair.
Honorable members, your comments or questions? Yes.
Maybe we can ask the CC through the governor, why are they not making use of the recommended procedure? What is so unique about Nakuru County? This Nakuru city. Why are you not following? I mean, why do you want an audit to be raised, a query to be raised, instead of following the laid down procedures? Just that.
Yeah, and also, is it possible that this could inconvenience the staff? But you can imagine if you were to travel out of the country without money, and then you come back and claim. How does it work out? Governor.
Thank you, Chair. I'll have the CC Finance. Or the city manager first and then the CC Finance, sorry.
City manager?
Yeah, point of clarification. Anytime you have a foreign trip, that is always facilitated prior. In this case, there is maybe when you have some local travels, the history is that sometime we've been paying members, but some maybe have apologies, they don't go. Surcharging become a process of recovering that money. So it is easier for staff to travel, then come back and request for the per diem. But if at all you are not in a position to do that, you raise it with the finance and they are able to facilitate.
CC Finance.
Thank you, Chair. We always issue guidelines to department on how to adhere within the law and the regulations. And the city manager is the accounting officer for the entity. So we should be able to work within the guidelines.
Yeah, because you know that's your local convenient way of doing things. But the law under Regulation 93 of the PFM requires that impress be done before travel. So I think the issue here the auditor is raising is a non-compliance to the regulation, and it will always continue being an issue as long as the regulation stands.
Thank you, Chair. I'm guided. Going forward, we'll ensure that we issue impress prior to the trips. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other issue? Senator Hamida?
Just a small one. I think I realized maybe the documents are not provided at the time of audit. Maybe one that could have been the problem. Then number two, you know how the valuation reports could not be paid by each entity.
Yeah, we provided the document to the auditor and he has confirmed that they were provided. It's only that issue of the payment of the allowances by the procedure that was an issue, and we are guided, and going forward we are going to comply. Thank you.
Chair.
Yes.
Chair, I'm struggling to understand the second query, or query 4B. Chair, the OAG.
I thought that one OAG said is cleared.
I just need some clarity on something before they clear. The amounts of 280, 203, and 700,000 shillings, Chair. And it's the OAG's wording that says these amounts were paid to staff. That would indicate there was a payment to staff, isn't it? From your wording. But Governor, again, in her response, she says it was a contribution to the Nakuru County Mobilization Interest Account. Isn't it? If I look at their annexure 4.2, there is nowhere in that annexure that makes reference to an amount of 280,000 and 203,000. There I can see several 700,000 shillings. So I'm struggling to understand, indeed, were there interest payments made to staff consequent to the contribution by the county government or not? Just that. That's the clarity I'm seeking, Chair.
Auditor?
Chair, the payments of 280,000 and 230. $280,000 and 203,000 Chair were paid to staff as interest, and we have seen that documentation and confirmed. Thank you, Chair.
Okay. So, honorable members, unless there is any further query, let's proceed to the next query. Query number 5. Auditor.
Thank you, Chair. The query is on unsupported advance payments towards construction of Afraha Stadium. The statement of financial position reflects property, plant and equipment balance of 467,059,955. Review of records revealed that included in the property, plant and equipment balance of 467,059,955 is an advanced payment of 19 million paid to a supplier for the supply, delivery and installment of prefabricated athletics all-weather synthetic tartan track system of the Afraha Stadium. Part 4 of the contract agreement between the contractor and Nakuru County Government dated 29th June 2023 stipulates payments shall be as follows. 20% of the total contract amount as an advance payment against receipt of invoice, irrevocable letter of credit, import declaration form, bill of lading and warranty from manufacturer. Number 2, total supply cost of prefabricated rubber track system and athletic equipment with 100% recovery of the advance payment upon delivery, inspection and acceptance. Review of interim payment certificate number 1 being advance payment for supply, delivery and installation of prefabricated athletic all-weather tartan system for Afraha Stadium revealed that the city of Nakuru made an advance payment of 19 million. However, the payments were not supported with evidence of receipt of invoice, irrevocable letter of credit, import declaration form, bill of lading, COC, and warranty from manufacturer as stipulated in the contract agreement. There was also no certificate from the Department of Public Works or Inspection and Acceptance Committee citing the works done or any utilization of the advance payments. Consequently, the propriety of the advance payment of 19 million could not be confirmed. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Governor, your management response.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Chair, we agree with the auditor's finding on the unsupported expenditure for the construction of Afraha Stadium. The City Board recovered the advance payment by not paying the total contract sum. The advance payment of 19 million was fully recovered as per the engineer's certificate and other shipment documents hereby attached. Appendix 5A, the import declaration form. Appendix 5B, the bill of landing. Appendix 5C, irrevocable letter of credit. Appendix 5D, COC and warranty from manufacturer. Appendix 5E, certificate of origin. Appendix 5 F, certificate from Department of Public Works, and Appendix 5G, inspection and acceptance committee.
Auditor, your comments on the response?
Thank you, Chair. Chair, the response is partially satisfactory. The irrevocable letter of credit, import declaration form, bill of lading, and COC and warranty from manufacturer were provided. However, Chair, the response that we verified did not have a certificate from the Department of Public Works, and the acceptance, inspection and acceptance committee citing the works done for utilization of the advance payments. So, Chair, this issue is partially addressed. Thank you, Chair.
Governor, your further comments following that response from the auditor?
Sure, Chair. I'll have the city manager address that, please.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. The two items that have been referred to by the auditor are herein attached, and they will stipulate the recovery of the 19 million and also the committee that inspected.
Where they are?
So we have the certificate from the Public Works. That is the Appendix 5. It is listed there. And there is that item 12. In that certificate, it's talked about the recovery of the advance payments done, the 19 million. And also the Appendix G. This one now give the committee, the inspection and acceptance committee for the tender in question. So it is attached as the Appendix G. The two documents are here.
Auditor, can you confirm you have those additional documents?
Chair, the document I have is up to Appendix 5E, the certificate of origin. So I don't have Appendix 5F and 5G. Thank you, Chair.
I have 5G myself. I have 5G, the Inspection and Acceptance Committee. I also have F. Don't know, members, can you confirm you have those documents? So you don't have. I think in the members' file we have the documents.
Chair, the document I have was received on 14th July. So
Maybe, yes, manager, it means you sneaked in this after you had given the auditor his copy. In the members' file we have the documents.
Chair, probably there was a filing error on the document that went to the auditor.
Chair,
Yes.
you know the auditor has not verified, so maybe you need to give the auditor time to check it, because it's been given now, so I don't think it is, we will be fair to him.
Yeah, and you see, this is a matter of not providing documents during the audit.
Yes.
The documents were there, but why didn't you provide them, manager, through the governor? Why didn't you provide these documents during the audit?
Chair, this will take us back to the first question where we provided on 19th. The copy that we attached and we sent through the email on 19th has all this document. It's only that the copy that we shared with the auditors we updated it. Like we just went through it when we are preparing to appear before the assembly committee in the county assembly. So that could be the issue. We apologize.
Senator Eddie?
Chair, I just want to be sure that we are looking at the same documents. Appendix 5F. That is page 41, certificate from Department of Public Works. Is that your citation?
Yeah.
Governor?
So there was that question on the recovery of the 19...
No, just answer the question.
Okay.
Is that your citation?
Yeah, sure.
That appendix
Sure.
5X?
Yes.
5F?
Yes.
Certificate from Department of Public Works.
Yes.
Let's go to appendix 5F. Can you refer me to appendix 5F? Can you see appendix 5F?
Yes.
Is that a certificate from Department of Public Works? Because it looks to me like a BQ.
No,
Unless I'm not sure about reading.
This is a certificate evaluation number 4 from the Public Works.
No, but I'm looking at appendix 5F. Because your citations must marry, your certification must be married to your documentation.
I refer you to the project supervisor there down, signed on 26th March 2024. It shows that this is the works done and this is the evaluation number 4. So this is the payment certificate that we used to pay.
It's a BQ. Am I the one who's confusing a BQ and a certificate?
Maybe Chair, we can get a sample certificate of works.
My friend,
we can
do
compare.
you know certificate of public works, the way it looks like?
Senator Eddie is well conversant with certificate of works, Chair.
Yeah, this is not a certificate of works. This is a BQ.
But the auditor knows.
The auditor will know.
Experiences. Auditor, can you guide the committee? Appendix 5F.
It's evaluation of a BQ.
Chair, as the Honorable Senator has rightfully said, this appears to be a BQ and may not fit the description of a certificate unless there is some other attachments, Chair, which are missing. Thank you, Chair.
Manager, through the governor, please respond. Is that a BQ or a certificate?
Chair, through my governor, this is a certificate that we get from the public works. But as the auditor says, there are other documents that would have maybe attached. For example, if you look at item, if at all is a BQ could not be lessing. Look at item 12. We are lessing the advance payment. Then we have the interim payment number, certificate number 2 that are being referred to. They are down in item 13 and 14. Meaning this is the payment certificate that we use. If at all it was a BQ, the BQ doesn't have the less advance or something of the sort.
We are trying to ascertain the 19 million, the payment of 19 million.
Yeah, Chair, may I just finish my thought process?
Right.
There was a thought process that was going on here before I got interjected. If your argument on the lessening that you're showing at 12, right? So then it is, if you look at appendix G, because if you are less in this 12, 13, 14, there are two things that must come in. The inspection and acceptance committee must then sign to prove that this was a premonition certificate, I mean a premonition documentation to the certificate. So if you go to the Appendix G, is it signed by the contract completion? Where are the due dates here? Look at the due dates for the contract completion and delivery. Due date is not indicated. So in that case, I just assume that this guy just signed for the sake of signing. Actual completion date not there. Where those dates are not indicated, then it goes without saying that acceptance committee must then give us the minutes for the meeting. Do you have those minutes? Because that is what justifies this document that you're calling certificate, which is not.
Yeah, through the chair, I agree that there are other documents, if we are requested to submit, we can submit to support other activities or other entries that were done towards this certificate. We have the letter that I appointed the committee. Then this is just a report that we attached because that what the auditor raised as a missing certificate, as a missing document.
Those steps are followed by the client. Then it will not generate into a query.
And then
I want to
minutes for that meeting.
Chair, this is the reason why we marked this issue as partially addressed, because we had not received this particular documentation and we have not been able to verify as per the audit query. So Chair, maybe with your guidance, we can be able to look at the documents and give our submission. Thank you, Chair.
Proceed.
Thank you, Chair. Maybe through you, Chair, is for the municipal manager to confirm who comes in first, the project supervisor and then the acceptance committee, or is it the acceptance committee that accepts and then the project supervisor signs? The reason for that, Chair, is because Appendix F, project supervisor signed on the 26th of March, and then the acceptance committee on Appendix G signed dated 25th September 2023.
So the acceptance is on 25th September 2023.
Yes.
But the payment will be done in 2024 March.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think for us to make progress, I request that since you have all the documents that the auditor required, we'll ask the auditor to go and verify all the originals of all the documents, including the minutes of the committee and all the documents that you had asked. And then you do a report to us on this issue, I think in 14 days. So manager, please make sure you provide the auditor with all the original documents for verification that he wants, including the minutes.
Guided, sir.
And also note that it's an offense to submit documents after the audit.
Guided.
Yeah, I think I will even ask the legal to read out the particular section of the Public Audit Act. Of appointment of the chairperson of the city board,
and then subsequent minutes for that meeting.
And Nakuru City Integrated Development Plan, all the way to the issue of appointment of the chairperson of the city board, and the regular composition of the board. All those issues, we put them together from our experience into what we call independence of the city. Independence of the city. So members, I invite you to ask questions or clarification on the matter of independence. Pardon? All those queries I've mentioned. So maybe let's start with the board governor. There is a query on appointment of the chairperson of the board and also the composition of the board. The auditor has indicated these two matters have been addressed, but just shed light on existence of this board.
Oh, thank you, Chair and members. We have delegated some functions to the board, to the city board of Nakuru, and also seconded some staff to them to help in their work. I believe at the time of the audit, the board may not have been fully constituted because some members' time had run out. But we have since recruited and gone to the assembly and gotten them approved. So we have a fully functional board now. And they run independently. But I would wish for the city manager to add anything that I may have left out on that. Composition as well.
Yeah, the question on the composition was that during the audit we had included an extra person. This is a person who had resigned in between the financial year. So in our wisdom, we thought because of the financial responsibility we include, but we were guided by the auditor that if at all the members are 12, you stick with the 12. But also the governor said that we have full house, and we are operating, and we have five functions have been delegated to the city. And beside event secondment, they have been transferred because the law requires them to be transferred. So that has been done. No wonder we have even the accountant who are also the CPAK registered physical planner, registered environmentalist. And as a board, we are operating as a board, but operating also our own account. I think that is on why we are here. The manager is an accounting officer. That has been done. So that's what the county has done. Chair.
So your salaries and all that is paid by the city and not the county?
You run payroll, basically.
You run a payroll?
You run a payroll, basically.
No.
You don't run a payroll?
Yeah.
Do you have your own staff or they are seconded from the county?
No, staff now have been transferred. They are our own. Though the payment is being made by the county, the CEC
must be able to run completely in an autonomous way that then allows you to collect revenue, and then you agree with the county government out of the revenue that you collect, what will be the amount that will enable you run your functions as a city, and then what is the remaining amount that then you do an agency relationship by giving that money to the county. Because that is what will help the county maximize its own source revenue. Then the county then becomes a policy framework for you and also an oversight function for you to be able to see whether you're meeting your milestones, you're putting proper sprints in terms of targets to maximize those revenues. So if the county is still centralizing those, how is this city going to be effective? How are you going to compete Nairobi, Kisumu, Mombasa? Or even if you're ambitious, governor studied in the US. Are you going to compete a good city like, the ones that you've seen in Minnesota and other places? Just give it autonomy. The more you let it go, the better off you're going to be as a county.
Senator Mbugua?
Thank you, Chair. Let me address the city manager because he's my friend. I serve in the devolution committee, and we are considering changing the matrix about awarding the charter that after 5 years since you received a charter, nothing has happened. We are considering a way of revoking that charter. Maybe you can tell this committee, since Nakuru was awarded the city charter, what has changed? Because the devolution committee will be coming, because even the other towns which are coming to be awarded charter, we are telling them nothing's happening. You come for a charter, nothing changed, you are still operating like a municipality. Maybe you can tell this committee what has changed since Nakuru became a city. And while you are preparing to answer that, I want to put it to you that the person who is, you've provided the degree to be the chairperson of that whatever city, the degree which is attached here, we've checked and it's fake. This person called Stephen Mulinziuki, supposed to have graduated in 2002. We've checked, they started awarding their degree in 2011. Maybe you can clarify that.
Any other issue in relation to independence? Okay, through the governor. Maybe governor, you can respond, or you will let your
No, sure. I was going to. I think we have talked about autonomy. I think it's good that he responds to these questions. But on a serious note, we have been progressively trying to do better, and I agree with you, Senator Eddy, that when the more autonomous they are, the more helpful they are for us. Because, I mean, we have a whole big county to run. So if the city, they can be running the city and making sure they are very functional and operating very well, then that's a big plus. But I think we can show that for now, we've been able to transfer staff, so that's under them. We have actually given them those functions, and we are still going to continue to do better, and we have taken what you're saying. But I want him to respond, and I want him to do so freely. He shouldn't feel like his job is in jeopardy or anything.
Yeah, it's true.
Calm. Your job is...
Yeah, what has changed from the municipality, one is the number of the staff that we had at the municipality. That one has changed. Initially, we used to have seconded staff that were still answerable to their mother bosses in the mother department. So that has changed, and they have been transferred to the city. The other thing I have to note is the budget. Initially, when we were becoming a municipality, our budget was less than 100 million. As we talk this year, we have 700 million. So that has really drastically changed. The other thing is the reporting structure, even when it comes to the payment. Initially, we used to work mostly through the department, but that has really changed after we became a city. We've been given that autonomy that even issues to do with the city, we are able to respond to the governor directly without going through the department. And even sometimes I'm also invited to answer some questions even to the cabinet. So that tells you the seriousness they've taken the city. And the function, initially we never had a single function at the municipality. So those functions have been delegated. And the governor has confirmed, we are in the discussion even this financial year, we are going to get more function, given that we are progressively attaining that independence. So that one I can report. And also the other thing that changed is the number of the board members that we've been having. So we have more board members, and we have more projects. And also the benefit, another benefit that I will mention is that we also have more projects done by the national government that were never done to the municipality. One of the advantage we have to become a city is the national government through the State Department of the Urban Development is able to invest directly in the city. And that attests to the reason why Nairobi, Mombasa, and Kisumu, they've been benefited from this massive project that now Nakuru is benefiting from. So these are some of the changes we are having. And the Senator, I agree with you that after 5 years, Nakuru, we've made some progress, and I believe even when the committee comes, we'll be able to compile all those changes. Thank you very much.
You haven't responded to Mbogwa's issue of the degree certificate.
Of the degree certificate, what we did is that we just went to the file and we took the attachment as they were brought to us. But that's an issue we are going to look into. Then we are also going to request the chair.
Chair, before you
Chair, before that is done, can I protest on that point? I think Stephen Muli's Nzuki's degree was not an audit issue. So why is it brought in here? You can see that the team behind the tent and Andres that he is investigating that, but it was not an audit query.
Chair, you.
Let me just guide. It is an audit issue. If you look at audit number 5, irregularity in the appointment of the chairperson of the city board. According to the auditor, he did not have the qualification. But now,
Chair is still
they are
insisting
provided.
on protesting because the auditor did not raise that.
To allege that a certain degree is either valid or fake. We have state agencies that are funded ably by the state chair to do that particular function. So it is upon the EACC chair to investigate whether that degree is a fake one or not. And chair as such, my good friend Senator Mbugu is out of order, chair. Thank you, chair. I hope I've convinced you ably, chair.
Yeah, you know, the manager said he just saw the attached and he did not look at it deeply. So we can give him more time to go and verify the document that is here. And then he can verify that with those institutions you are talking about and advise us.
Chair, we're becoming very lenient in this committee. And it's amazing, we're very lenient. Because if the management is employing anybody, is there no requirement at competency level of being able to do your due diligence?
Chair, those are side shows.
There's no side show.
And
by the way,
this
Senator,
must be
Senator.
extracted from the records.
No,
Somebody
Senator.
mentioned that am I protesting because of the name? I am a nationalist. And we are addressing issues here
Senator.
about Kenyans, not about Kambas.
Chair, I think you should call the
You are out of order
Senator
because,
out of order.
Your colleague was on the floor. So allow
I'm not only being out of the floor. There is no side show by colleague senators, Chair. And if the issue is substantive, I mean, I don't know why the senator is not seeing the grievousness of this issue when somebody has been employed with a university that was given charter in 2011. Their first graduation was 2024. And that certification says that this person graduated in 2022. I mean, 202. That's what is in the documentation here. That this person graduated from the same university in 202, before it was given a charter. I mean, will that concern anybody, not even just senators? It will concern even the governor, that is a serious issue of lack of due diligence from the management. And it's a gross violation of any employment processes. So I don't know why it becomes a personal issue. It's not a personal issue at all. In this Senate, we are very, very open-minded and very because this is not just somebody who was given a small responsibility. He's given a responsibility to be the chair, to run this city. Integrity is a big component of running the city. We're talking about fiduciary responsibility in that city. And by the way, if you read the Urban Areas and Cities Act properly, Governor, the fiduciary responsibility does not lie even with the manager. The person who is required to prepare financial statements for which then your executive considers before they go to the auditor. It's not even the city manager. And that's why I invited you to go and read this act very properly. It is the chair of the board. In fact, that's the person who should be interrogating there. And then has got serious malpractice in terms of documents that were given, and then that's a small issue. I think Governor, you should take keen interest in the running of that city. Beyond what can come out of this committee, because I don't want to advance it more than that. Chair.
Is the chair here? Is the chair of the board here? It's not here.
Must be here next time.
Yeah, proceed.
Yeah, Chair, let me also confirm that my chair has another degree also, so we just picked one. He has done one, he has a theological degree, so we just opted to pick. So that one we can also provide, and I believe that the County Assembly also during the vetting, they also did the same. and I can confirm that my chair is a graduate.
Yeah, but next time the chair of the board should be here because he's the main accounting officer for the city.
Guided.
Senator Amida,
No,
what
Chair.
are you laughing?
No, I was just saying you're making it worse. Just leave it up to that. I wanted to request the same what chair you had requested before, that they should be given more time so that they can look. Yes, they can provide, but then don't make it worse.
You know, it will continue being a query unless it is addressed. So my direction is that the manager, you know how degrees are verified. I think it's important for you to verify this degree with the relevant institution and share that information with the auditor. Otherwise, next year, 2024, 2025, it will still be a query.
Thank you.
It's gonna be a query. And then next time, make sure you verify all the documents you submit to the Senate.
Well guided.
Yeah. Because, you know, you can be held accountable for falsifying documents. That year, 2002, I was also a student at Management University, but the degrees were offered by JKUAT. Yeah, I did a master's program there. No, they were working with the JKUAT. So again,
Chair, as you guide on this,
yeah,
I don't like to belabor on some issues, but there are some issues that are very serious. And you know, the good thing is that the governor has been a speaker. So in the way these things are approved, she has been there. She has been a senator here. When you delivered these documents to us as a Senate, they become on our files and on record. That's why you go on answer. That's why the governor takes an oath when you come to this delivering of these documents. When you say something, and the senators don't think that I'm trying to belabor this issue. There are just some serious things that we need to put in order as a committee. The moment you have given us evidence that you have given us here under oath, it's on our record. The moment you say that the person in question has got another degree in an audit query, then basically you are saying, I want to expunge that out of the record and bring another degree, because we don't have that other degree here. And it's not a light matter of just saying, here's another degree, that one, even if it is fake, it's fine. Why are you guys belaboring on this? That's not how it works here. Because the auditors have this on file with us as a parliament, that these are fake documentation. So are you saying, telling us, Governor, that you want to take out this evidence that you've given to us, that this chairperson has a fake certificate, and then replace that certification? Is that what must go on file? Because we have to be very clear. There are some very thin areas that we cannot pass. So are we saying, because you're going to write a report, are we saying that this is a fake document that you provided to this committee, it should be expunged, and then you're giving us a new certificate for which must be in our record? Chair, I wanted your guidance on that.
Yeah,
and you're ruling on that.
And that's why I've directed that the burden to prove the document is actually the manager and your team. You give us the evidence that this document is authentic by verifying with the appropriate government agency that deals with matters of certificates, and then pass that verification report to the auditor. Then the auditor can come back to us. I think all this process must be done within a month, 30 days. Now, in the event there is no verification, then we will conclude the document was fake. But let me not pronounce myself to the validity of the document before this process is concluded. So the burden is on the city to provide us the evidence that what they have given us is valid. And if that is not given, then we will go by the assertions of the members here that indeed the document was not valid. And that is what will go in our report. So, manager, kazi kwako. So, honorable members, I think the issue of independency, we have discussed it for long, and we have said that I think the Council of Governors working with us, we need really to see what we need to do in the Urban Areas and Cities Act so that we have a balance, because it looks like most counties are unwilling to make these cities and municipalities independent, because you know the reason. So we need a balance, we need an engagement, and I think the Vice Chair and myself, we have already held a tentative meeting with a consortium of managers of municipality, which we are going to have a retreat together with the COG to discuss this matter so that we can have a balance, because I understand when county governments are unwilling to make municipalities or cities completely independent of them, because it means they carry all the own source revenue with them, and the governor will be there just as a figurehead. So we need a balance on that. That we have discussed. But even as we do that, the law is still there. If you don't comply, the auditor will always raise that issue in his reports. Senator Chimera, what is amusing you?
It is not within the purview of this committee for a member to allege
Kind
that
of similar to
a
what
certain
we've done with
degree
the city.
is either
We've
valid or
also
fake.
transferred employees. We've given them a budget. We've delegated some functions. But I would wish, or rather would want our municipal manager of Naivasha to sort of address it, and maybe he can tell us what seems different or what is different.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Again, my name is Daniel Bogo Derito, Municipal Manager Naivasha, and we are happy to be in this committee. I think our case is pretty similar to the Nakuru City scenario. The main functions that are delegated are development control and solid waste management. We also are in charge of traffic and development of parkings and parking lots, and also advertisements. But on top of that, I think in the current financial year budget, Her Excellency has transferred quite a big number of projects in the wards, which are now being implemented through our municipalities. So in terms of infrastructure projects, I think that is the main area where the municipality has been doing a lot, and also across other municipalities, it is the same scenario. And basically, we do have more staff. We started with only about 6 staff. Now I think we are close to 20 staff. So implying that with the human resource capacity, and now it is possible for the governor to download more functions, because the 3 key areas of urban areas is to have plans, which we have basically prepared, like the integrated urban development plans. We also have the spatial plans necessary, and also now the budgetary capacity, which is again.
More Radio, 88.2 FM. We are in charge. 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 More Radio.